Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about some of the things that I just love about Thailand. For one, if anything breaks in your house, let's say, it's easy to find someone to fix whatever it is. And it's easy to get people to fix electronics, believe it or not, here in Thailand. Very easy and affordable. So I do love the fact that if something breaks, it is very easy to find someone who can repair it for a good price. Next thing is that restaurants are plentiful and most of them are delicious. There's restaurants everywhere. Even if you live away from the big cities, there's still going to be tiny little restaurants all over the place. Dime a dozen around here, and almost all of them are delicious. I've only experienced maybe a few restaurants in the 2.5 years that I've been here in Thailand that weren't up to par. However, they would have still been considered wonderful Thai restaurants in the United States. So that's how good the food is here, and there's just a plethora of different restaurants to pick from. Everything from your Thai food to Italian food, Mexican, you name it, you can find it here in Thailand, which makes restaurants high on my list of things that I love here in Thailand. Another thing that's really nice is the fact that medical and dental prices are very low. But not only are they low, it's easy to get into a doctor to see them. So if you have something wrong, you don't need to call up the doctor and find out it's going to be 3 weeks before they can get you in for an appointment, including dentists. Say you've got a tooth that you just need worked on ASAP. They can accommodate you very easily here in Thailand, which is a breath of fresh air because we're originally from the United States. And it could be weeks, if not months, just to get a teeth cleaning scheduled with your dentist or get a doctor's appointment with your doctor. So here it's a lot easier and cheaper to get into the doctor. And I know you're going to say, oh, I know he's going to say something about things being a lower cost of living here. Yeah, that's great. But let me tell you why it's so great. There's a lot of things that you can do for fun here that you normally couldn't just because it costs a lot of money to do it. Over here, you can do more fun things because of the fact that it costs a lot less. So it enables you to go out and do more things. So that's one of the things I've really grown to appreciate about living here in Thailand, is the fact that it gives me more opportunities to do fun things every day. Another thing great about here in Thailand is the people, for the most part, are warm and friendly. Obviously, you can't say that goes for 100%. But in most cases, the people we meet that are Thai have been very warm and gracious, and they always greet you with a smile. They're a joy to deal with, and I really enjoy the people here in Thailand. It really makes for the whole experience. Who cares about moving here if all the people are mean and nasty? It wouldn't be a great place to move. So one of the biggest benefits about moving here is the Thai people themselves. Now, another reason I like living here is that in my particular case, in our monthly rent where we live includes someone to take care of the lawn, which is wonderful because before we moved here, we lived in South Carolina. We lived on 7 acres, and Kendall and I had to take care of every bit of that 7 acres ourselves, mowing it, weed eating, the whole 9 yards. And I didn't mind doing it, but it's nice over here to have that included in the rent and have somebody else do it. So that's probably an advantage that's only for me, but I really do enjoy having somebody do my yard work instead of me. Another thing I like about Thailand is that there's always something going on. There's either a market going on down the road, there's a festival going on somewhere, some sort of celebration. There's never a dull moment here in Thailand. And the nightlife here is robust. If you are a person that likes to get out at night and enjoy the nighttime scene, good grief, you could go out any day of the week and there's something going on. So one of the benefits of living here in Thailand, there's always something going on. Another great thing that I've grown to really love here in Thailand is the fact that you don't have to pump your own gas. I never even thought about it. I've always pumped my own gas, never thought anything about it, but here in Thailand, you drive up and they pump your gas for you, which I think is awesome. So I just sit right there in my car, tell them what kind of gas I want. They fill up the tank and just pay them and you're on your way. Really cool. I really like that about Thailand. Another thing I like about Thailand is it just feels like you step back in time things are awesome as far as that goes. Like you can ride in the back of a truck and no one's going to yell at you. Like I said before, people pump your gas for you. People have skills to fix things. It just feels a little bit like you went back in time to a more simpler life. And that's one of the things I love most about Thailand. Now, if you're a person who does not like cold, such as I, then you will like the fact that it's really never cold here. Now, some people may argue with that and say, well, if you go up in the mountains in Chiang Mai in the colder months, in the morning, it's really cold, and I will agree with you. But for the most part, Thailand is warm year-round. So that's one of the things I love about it here, is that it is warmer, which allows you to do a lot of things outdoors. Obviously, if snow skiing, snowmobiling is your thing, this may not be the place for you. Car and motorcycle repairs are a lot cheaper, and it is extremely easy to find someone to work on your car or motorcycle. It is extremely easy. There's people everywhere that can work on your car or motorcycle. And sometimes I have to pay the people who work on my motorcycle a little bit more than what they ask because it is so ridiculously cheap. I feel like I'm ripping them off. So just know that if you're worried about buying a used motorcycle or car, don't be too worried about it, because getting them fixed, well, A, you're going to be able to find someone that can work on it, and B, it's not as expensive as what you would probably pay from a Western country. And speaking of motorcycles, I do love the fact that Thailand is a motorcycle culture here. I love motorcycles, and I love the fact that I get to ride mine most days. And it's just wonderful to be around a culture where everything kind of conforms to a motorcycle. As a matter of fact, I would say it's much easier to get around on a motorcycle here than it is in a car. But the danger obviously is a lot higher riding a motorcycle here in Thailand. Another thing I enjoy is right here, Thai tea. Love this stuff. The first time I was introduced to Thai tea was in the United States, in South Carolina, and we were in a Thai restaurant. We let them know we were going to move to Thailand, and they said, oh, you need to try Thai tea. So it came in a cup like this, and it was orange. I'm like, I am not drinking this. It looked like carrot juice. Didn't look like anything I would be interested in. Sure enough, I tried it and I didn't like it, but now I know why. They didn't put any sugar in it. When you put sugar in this stuff, it changes everything and it tastes delicious, almost like a shake. This taste is like unlike anything I can really describe, but just know that anyone that I've ever had try this from a Western country that have visited here in Thailand absolutely fall in love with it, so make sure you try it. Another thing I love is the fact that most houses have a tankless water heater. So in other words, they got the electrical one, and I know a lot of people say those are really dangerous, but it's what they use here. So I like it when you're taking a shower, you flip it on and your water is hot right away, and you could take a 2-hour shower and the water will always be hot, versus having a water tank as we do in the US, where you use that up with hot water and it's got to refill and get warm again. Not going to have that problem most of the time here in Thailand. Affordable food delivery here. Man, is it affordable to have food delivered to your home. Feeling lazy? Want it delivered? Not a problem. They're going to charge you, it depends on how far they are, but for the most part around 30 baht, which is less than $1 US. And you can tip them if you want. Tipping is either going to be 10 or 20 baht, which is again less than $1. So to have food delivered to you is extremely cheap. And my wife and I utilize this a lot, especially on rainy days. And last but not least by any means is the assortment of cafes. Now, when I was in the US, I never went into a cafe. I don't drink coffee. What's the purpose? Because I don't like coffee. So I just never went into cafes. Here, they're a dime a dozen. They're everywhere, and they're all competing to get your dollar. So some of them are not fancy, but they have really good drinks. Others are really fancy, and they have wonderful drinks, or they don't. What I'm trying to say is, though, there's a lot of different kinds of cafes around here. A lot of them have different themes. We have some here in Chiang Mai that have themes of being on Mars, and others that are like a jungle type theme. Others are on rivers. It just goes on and on. So I do enjoy the assortment of cafes here in Thailand. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. We'd really appreciate it. If you feel so inclined, buy us a coffee. We don't really drink coffee, but we drink Thai tea. So there's a link down in the description called Buy Me a Coffee. You can click on that. If you need one-on-one, like a video conference one-on-one with me to discuss you coming to Thailand and you have questions, there's a link in the Buy Me a Coffee down in the description as well. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please like it. And until next time, Kap Kun Kap.